bring in Veronica Cardenas. She's an immigration attorney and former assistant chief counsel with the US Department of Homeland Security. Thank you for joining us. I just want to figure out what your industry is making of all this at the moment. I mean, how unprecedented is it?
Every day we're hit with a different decision and we just don't know what to make sense of it. So it's been very difficult. Us immigration lawyers are really experiencing the lack of due process, circumventing immigration courts. And so it's been a very difficult time.
The White House is insisting they haven't broken any laws. It just depends on looking at what happened when. Do you feel that laws have been broken by these recent cases?
Right. And I think the tricky thing here is what is illegal, especially when it comes to immigration. Immigration law is so much based on policy. What's legal today can be illegal tomorrow. And that's what we're seeing in these shifts. And so the common courtesies that had extended previous to Trump, for example, once a habeas petition is filed in federal court, the government is supposed to communicate if a removal flight is imminent. And those are things that they're not doing. Based on some reports, it looks like there was a break in the federal court where the judge instructed the Department of Justice lawyers to call ICE to see where the planes were. And at that time, it seemed the planes kept going. So I do think that there's some illegality here. There's definitely bad faith in the decision to continue the planes moving to El Salvador.
Well, the White House is clearly just fed up with all the red tape. You just, the way you just went through the process there, the due process. There are so many stages to it, and they're clearly just frustrated that people are not being moved on when they should be. Are they just trying to prove a point while they go through these, early cases?
I think so. And I think the point that they're trying to prove is that military force, these extreme measures are necessary for removal, for deportation of non-citizens. And in that flight, we don't really know who was on it, but we are hearing reports that not everyone was a suspected gang member of Tren de Araguas. There were some Venezuelans who had removal orders and they weren't able to be removed to Venezuela, and perhaps others had dual citizenship to other places, but they didn't attempt to remove them there. They just took them to El Salvador.
And in terms of the Brown professor, it was a very low bar of evidence, wasn't there for any immigration lawyer to look at, saying she'd attended something and there was a photo that would normally go through a court and all be verified and stood up. But they're showing that actually the bar for evidence is much lower now.
Right. And I heard someone say circumstantial evidence. And in immigration cases, the burden is on the person trying to enter to show why they should be allowed to enter. So essentially, immigration officers really don't have a bar to prove anything. And so in cases like this, where we see CBP has the ability to search anything that the person has. So they're able to search their cell phones, they're able to search their persons without any suspicion at all. And to see a picture and have that be enough to justify the person being removed or expeditiously turned away, those are causes for concern.
Okay, Veronica Cardenas, really appreciate your analysis of a really complex issue, but it's affecting a lot of people. Thank you.